The trade might be different. Oh, yo, oh my God. Okay. So the Columbus Blue Jackets reportedly traded Thomas Vanek to the Columbus Blue Jackets in exchange for Jussi Jokinen and Tyler Motte. And Tyler Motte is not necessarily like a really bad low-key prospect, but he's a guy who's projected to become like, let's use the word depth. And that's an interesting word. Because depth it's low-key what defines almost all of the Canucks property at this point. And depth isn't something that we need. We need draft picks and we need guys who could step in and become really good. Not depth guys. And that's not necessarily what Tyler Motte was. Playing for the Cleveland Monsters, he got 17 games played and 11 points in that span. 31 games played for the Blue Jackets and 5 points in that span. So he's a 22-year-old guy. He's turning 23. And we were supposed to get this guy back for Vanek, as long as we also got back Jussi Jokinen. And everybody was really pissed off with this. And okay, but just recently, like two seconds before I pressed the record button, John Shannon on Twitter, Paul McClellan on Twitter, Sportsnet is saying that the return from Columbus is an 100% final, and the players going back to Vancouver, they might be changing. So, okay, it's past the trade deadline right now. It's 12:03, 56, 57, 58. It's past the trade deadline. And this is happening right now. This is happening! Thomas Vanek got traded. This is not surprising. This is something that I'm pretty sure everybody was expecting. But we wanted draft picks in return. And I'm pretty sure that everybody looking at this was just like, please just give us a draft pick. Any draft pick would be good for this. Whether it's a third, which is what he went for last year, a fourth, or a fifth, or a sixth, or a seventh, just give us draft picks. Because that is what we want. And Thomas Vanek getting traded to Columbus in exchange for Jussi Jokinen, who's like 40, and Tyler Motte, this was confusing. And I had no ability to visualize what we were trying to do. Because Thomas Vanek for just Jokinen and Tyler Motte, this was not something that I believe is really good. Like, we need draft picks. Tyler Motte is a guy who most likely will become depth at best. And if the opportunity stands that we're getting a draft pick, which is absolutely, like, the best things that we could get right now, because Benning, let's face it, Judd Brackett is really good at scouting. That's what we needed. And oh my goodness, I'm confused right now, guys. The thing hasn't been finalized. I'm refreshing like crazy. I don't know what we've gotten back. Let's just say we did get Tyler Motte and Jokinen. I'd be pissed off. Absolutely pissed off. But Sportsnet did report that this was not the correct return. And that they got it wrong. So we're still hoping. We know that Vanek got traded. He's a Columbus Blue Jacket now. Okay, sayonara, you're bye. But what do we get back? That's all I'm trying to figure out here. Just refreshing like crazy. Just waiting for somebody to post something. And I don't. Let's see. Okay, what the hell? McDonough is Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh my god! Okay, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about McDonough to the Lightning. We're not talking about Stastny to the Winnipeg Jets. We're not talking about any of that. We're talking about Thomas Vanek. I got nothing, guys. The return isn't coming up. And there isn't anything to talk about because we don't know the return. I'll be back in a little bit. Just waiting for the return. It's now 12:35. The return didn't change. It's Thomas Vanek for Tyler Motte and Jussi Jokinen. Ah, my goodness. This isn't bad. I don't want to say it's bad. We got Vanek for free. He's a free agent. We signed him. And in return, we got a 22-year-old guy turning 23 in the AHL. He looks like he'll be depth. And Jussi Jokinen. Of course, it's better than nothing, but we needed draft picks. Of course, I'm not going to say that this was bad, because Vanek is a player that we got for free. It's not like we gave anything up to get Vanek. He did contribute well to our team, and he was traded for a third last year. So, the fact that we're getting something back, that means, it's good. But we're getting back Jussi Jokinen, dude. We don't... Do we need Jokinen? Tyler Motte, he's a player who I think we could probably use, but he's just more depth in our forward core. We have so much forward core depth, quote-unquote, that if we were going to get a player, I would have preferred a defenseman. Just any defenseman that looks like they might have a shot of cracking an NHL roster one day. But instead we get Tyler Motte and Jokinen. Nick Kyprios were trying to defend this, saying that, Jokinen can help on the power play and whatever. Vanek helped on the power play too. Vanek was probably... Let's say that Vanek is a better player than Jokinen is this season. Jokinen playing for his fourth team in the season or whatever. I'd rather have Vanek here than Jokinen, and the fact that we have Tyler Motte as well in compensation for that, I don't know if that's really enough, in my opinion. I don't want to say it's bad, because, as I said, we got him for free, but it's really disappointing. Leipzig for home, that was really good. I thought that was definitely a win for both sides. But this trade, I have no idea what's going on, and I don't even want to try to comprehend what Jim Benning could have asked for. Because if it turns out that picks were on the table, if it turns out that we could have had a 6th and a 7th, or Motte and Jokinen, I would be pissed off. Because we could... Any form of draft picks would have been better than this return. And I know that the mindset going into this was, if we trade Vanek for anything, we're good. And if Tyler Motte becomes the next Wayne Gretzky, I'll eat my words and I'll say that I'm wrong. But from this perspective, we needed to get something, and that something was draft picks. Sure, this trade, it was better than nothing. And the fact that Thomas Vanek most likely will come back in the offseason, that's an automatic win. But the opportunity was there to get draft picks. Columbus has 6ths and 7ths and 5ths. They could have given up one of those for Thomas Vanek, and this fan base would have appreciated it way more than they currently are for this trade with Tyler Motte and Jokinen. Sure, if Jokinen comes over here and becomes an absolute beast, then okay, but still, he's been playing... This is his 4th team in the NHL this season for a reason. He's old, and his impact with the Canucks won't be felt, let's say, past June. Tyler Motte, sure. He's a prospect, he's a young guy, 20-something years old. He's played for the Blue Jackets this season, he's played a lot for the Monsters. And he's another guy who will just be hoping that he becomes a good depth player for us. Sure, if he becomes a first-liner, then that's awesome, but that's very not likely going to happen. He can play the center, he can play the wing, he's 5'10", so he's just an inch taller than Brendan Leipzig. We're getting young guys, but we needed draft picks. We needed draft picks, and I don't know what this management thinks anymore. And I can totally see the pros of this trade. But I just... The opportunity was there, man, and we needed draft picks. I don't know... There are some people that will be defending this trade for sure. Trying to see the positives, and that's good. But if anybody is looking at this and saying, wow, what a really good move by Jim Benning, then I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. And frankly, I don't know how much confidence I want to have in this management anymore. Jim Benning just recently signed that extension, and I said that this will give him the opportunity to do whatever he wants at the trade deadline, and that was make one good move and one... Oh my god, please, let's not talk about that move. Take a guess which one was which. And it sucks too because we knew that draft picks were being exchanged like crazy. Benning said that draft picks were like gold, but other teams weren't treating them like gold. So how the hell did we not come away with one? That boggles my mind. Boggles my mind. All the other trades going on at this trade deadline, so many draft picks have been exchanged, but this team, the Canucks, cannot find a way to get one. Canucks fans, what do you guys think about this one? Comment down below, because I feel really bad. I don't know what I want to think anymore. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Twitter plus news, now trolls like Wrestling Gaming, and bye.